popular. It's like a Kaizo version of Pokemon Crystal, where all the trainers in WoW Pokemon are actual like. You know how if you've ever played Pokemon, like the Pokemon are weaker than your Pokemon, like a lot weaker, and you're always faster and stuff? Well, that's not the case in this one. They've all got like normal stats, and gym leaders have full teams of 6 and stuff, and it's actually really really strong. It's a hard version pretty much. I'm already through 3 hard runs. Yay! Got 3 more to go and I'm done.
Oh, okay. Now I got it to pull up, but Roar of Impending Death. Sacrifice 30% health for a 30-second buff. Doesn't say any numbers, but it's just offense up, impact element up, thunder element up.
That's one of the things I hate about the buffs on the Vanguard. So it's like, I don't know what Otis does. Do you know what hers does?
More damage, that's all I can tell you.
That's what I thought it did. Like Lancelot's buffs, I thought, I don't know if they mix her attacks, like they take Slice and just add some water to it, or if they make all of her attacks like pure water, when you like apply the water and holy buff to her attacks.
It totally changes elements. Let's see, what the fuck is it called? Oh, there's a lot of stuff added to it for Oda, but it's kind of fucked. There's squares where there should be characters. Let's see, attack speed up, flight element up, critical damage up, slow up, SP consumption down.
Yeah, see, I didn't know it did all that. Damn. That's ridiculous, the critical damage up and the fucking, light up.
But she's a beast.
I know. Like, my little girl's is only 2-scrolled, and I can kill the horses. On hell. I've killed it on hell with her. The 2-scroll. And, a bow. Like, my main weapon is her other side bow. Like, but I have, like, the rusty chain. It's only level 80 right now. It does like perfect damage to all of the double drops in the XP dungeon, and I still haven't cut it with the others. I mean, like, I can hit the damn things and then shoot them like once or twice with the bow, and I get the double one. You know, I kill it easier than. So I didn't want to level it up to 100 yet.
I gotcha.
And she's got the Ogi from the Tohoka event, or the Junko event, that shoots 5 times. That's why I want the wind sword for. So I want to farm out this box to get the Lapis Lazuli sleeves, because that's, I think, like 5, and then I can probably sell her 5 from my other 2 characters, which she has. I think she has 17, and I think you need 30.
I know from doing this box, I'll still need to do them for, shit. I can't remember if it's charged horseshoes or that for, like, brilliance. I need some drops.
Charged horseshoes, though. Like hundreds of them.
I barely had enough to make one. Like, the only thing I have ready for another one, I still have to make another 2, is, stones.
Is that the 3rd level to the,
Yeah, Tiamat. I have this
level weapon is it?
125. Minutes of beast. Me and Oro duoed Oblivion in like 5 minutes.
Oblivion?
Yeah, the one that's right after Juncture.
Oh.
And then we basically only use those against the Lancelot Death Scythe. Took like 20 minutes.
That thing was so. It took me like I don't know. With Zunko, it took, unless you're not using Vanguard, it took her. It took like 2 charges.
Yeah, without Vanguards it was a little dicey, but we got the job done.
Yeah, I was in, like when that event came out, I was in a little party of 5 for like 3 months. I think it just came down like everybody was it's a lot. I don't think
we would have been better if we would have went in with Xiaomi's. I just running 3 Thunder Knowledges and fucking the Heaven mod.
I do hate how they nerf all these 10-scrolled Vanguards though, like into the. It's like, why give these Vanguards out when they're useless most of the time? I don't think there's any of them that are any good. Because they nerf the attack. I know they nerf the attack power on them. Those things are not as strong as Vanguard at the time. And then like the water gun Oda, you have to waste maybe 30 seconds of her time out just refilling the water gun.
I've only ever used her in Mountain of Thorns. I have very little experience with her. Like I made the video and that was it.
Like her dungeon that she came out for, that event. And that one I thought she was good because she actually did like a ton of damage. But I'm guessing she was buffed. Because you didn't, like I didn't even have all 10 scrolls when I was using her.
She probably was.
I didn't know how like OP Oda was though for that dungeon, just the normal Oda. Until after I didn't need to do it anymore.
I just Miyamoto'd it.
Play any other games on your Switch?
Nope. I haven't touched anything.
I really want to get this Zelda game. I think there's another Zelda coming out.
Yeah, a remake of Link's Awakening.
Oh yeah. That's not the one I wanted to. I think that's the one for. I thought that it was gonna be the Super Nintendo Link to the Past, and I was like, oh, I want to get that. But then I think Link's Awakening
that was Game Boy Color.
It's not the one where he looked like he did in the Wind Waker?
No, that's Minish Cap.
I'm really wrong.
Essentially the same.
Is the one where he walks through walls, like he can flat and walk through walls?
That's A Link Between Worlds.
Yeah, yeah, then I'm way off. I don't know. Because those are the two that were coming in, like the images of the game.
Yeah. This one is like the same era of like Oracle Seasons, Oracle Ages.
I love those two. I have those two on the 3DS. I've got like 7 games on it.
Honestly, a lot of games like those should be available on Switch.
Yeah, that's the first thing I did is went and looked for games I had already bought on 3DS for the Switch, and they weren't there.
Like, especially like fucking classics like Final Fantasy.
I know the new Pokemon games are coming out on Switch.
Yeah, I don't even remember the name, I just know people are freaking out about.
Yeah, because they can't put all their Pokemon. Which, I understand why they're doing it, but it's also like... I don't care because I don't know if I'll even get the Pokemon games, but I haven't been keeping up with them forever and ever anyway. So, I would not lose anything from if I got the game.
Fucking, at first I thought it was a Dark Souls meme coming over, cause like, how do you feel about no decks?
Dex?
That's what it was, they were going off about, like, no decks.
Oh. I thought you meant like decks of cards at first.
No.
Yeah.
Fucking Suzaku had to explain it to me. I still don't really get it. Why it's called decks. Shit, need energy. Let's see, I've done a few runs. How much that net me?
Oh yeah, I forgot to see if I could roll the damn. Did I crash? Oh no, I was stupid. Exit one of the done.
3 runs.
Hmm, 6 rolls.
Probably gonna be like a total of 400 runs to get that box maxed out.
It cost 4,500, I think, to get through one whole thing, and was there 4 resets or 3?
I'm not sure how many. I just know there's 420 items in there.
I think there's most of the stuff's not worth getting though. I mean, I really want the Kompe toes and the million chests because it's 20 sets times 5 each time. It's just free money. They got energy restorers, I want those. They don't have smelting amulets, but they have ornamentation amulets. At this point aren't really an issue though.
I guess I'll just see how quickly I get items.
And I don't know about like black smoke, turquoise, timber seedlings, red pine seedlings, and cerulean gems, metal gems. Like I've got so much of that stuff from other events. Earthen and heavenly marbles. I know you need a lot of them, but I also know that they drop a lot in the Tempest dungeon.
Well, I will say for like black smoke, even though it's like whatever, weapons in the future will need it. The Hades weapon. So definitely don't throw out the Hell's Bibles. Even if you don't want to make it, you can turn it for a profit.
Like what level are the Hades weapons?
130 or 133, I don't remember.
Are there even any new weapons in the game yet? Like higher level?
The highest level is still other side. But other than that, like White Brilliance and Raid just shit all over it. I don't know what axe grinds to yet because I made the spear first.
What does the White Brilliance do? Is it one of those crit weapons?
Yeah, there's no negative for being low health either. You basically get double attack %.
And is that just from farming out the
Doing from Blitz Oni, getting the recipe and whatnot.
And it's lightning and holy?
The White Brilliance, yeah.
Is there another weapon type from there? Is that the one that has the darkness fire too?
The Raid is the Dark Fire.
I'd probably be able to farm him on all my characters too. They all have dark bows. I think all three of them might have 2 dark bows each. I've never leveled up my main character's second other side bow though.
For him, you definitely need a group for Oni mode.
Is that the only way to get it?
Well, that's where you get the your lightning cores and your recipes. I get all the other tiers except for Raid and White Brilliance from Oni. Or switch that around. That's where you get the 2 recipes. Everything else is in the lower difficulties. Inuchiyo sounds so angry.
I don't want to do this again.
Torturing yourself.
I'd really like to get at least 2 scrolls of this Inuchiyo. Inuchiyo. I don't know why I'm mispronouncing it.
Oh well.
They're gonna bring the other one back, or was like I haven't seen Metatoshi as a Vanguard since she came out a year ago.
Ann was saying something about a part 2, but I guess we'll just see if she does come back. I would have to have a lot of overtime to justify rolling again, like I did.
I still refuse to like roll the cat. I mean, I've actually did roll some of my free OC finally because of the list being I thought decent enough to try to get something I wanted. I'd really like to get Sasuke to 152. And I got the Kirin scroll, which was nice. I thought it was a Yogg event the first time I signed in.
We'll have another one coming soon.
I'd like it to come before September, because I probably won't touch this game once Borderlands comes out.
What did they say? August?
Not to mention, I really do want to play Smash right now. Like I wanted to play yesterday and I didn't get to because of how long it took me to do this. And then I got on my piano instead because I hadn't played that day. And that takes priority to me. You ever seen The Incredible Hulk? Like the old one?
Is that the one?
Working on the Lonely Man theme. Well, if you've seen Family Guy, they also played it in the episode where Peter could play piano. It's a really pretty song if you listen to Lonely Man from The Incredible Hulk. That and Sadness and Sorrow from Naruto, which is really easy too.
Song though.
Huh?
Really good song though.
The Naruto one?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're both sad songs. Lonely Man is a sad song. I loved it the first time I heard it, and it was in that episode of Family Guy where Lois would get Peter drunk and he could magically play the piano. Earthquake, nice. You just got one shot it. One shot. That's funny.
Aside
Probably
from
gonna get his ass handed to him.
Aside from like doing the event, the only other thing I want to do is just play more Ocarina of Time randomizer.
Is what?
Ocarina of Time randomizer.
Oh. Yeah, I always like those. I like watching them. I really like A Link to the Past fucking randomizer, because that game, despite being like Super Nintendo, is like a huge game. And you really have to know your way around that. Like there's things in the game I think when I beat it that like they never tell you about in the game, but it's items that you actually need and have to go get in order to beat the game. Like there's an invisible cape, there's certain parts of the game you can't get over spiked floors without having it, because you don't take damage by your use.
Making me think of Symphony of the Night. I just played through that 2 weeks ago again.
That's one of the ones I have on my 3DS I'd really like. I don't like holding that thing though, is why I don't play it. It's really uncomfortable.
I get that same way too with the docked or undocked on the Switch.
I've never not had mine like hooked up for the TV for a controller. I can't like. It is so much harder to play Super Smash Bros. On a little screen than it is to play it on a.
Yeah, it is. I still haven't played Smash like legitimately on my TV. I tried it out just to make sure everything worked, and then
I finally picked a favorite character. 7 months into the game. Well, I'm Palutena.
oh no.
My playing went super high. Like people, I started getting double teamed in FFAs like all the time because people couldn't beat me. Like she's so good at controlling characters, and the people there aren't as high tier as the 1v1er, so yeah. And then I pretty much I stopped playing most of the characters I play. I pretty much only play Peach, Palutena, and Lucina now. I went from like 15 characters to 3. I'd really like them to buff Mewtwo though. I mean, they have already, but I want them to make him work. Because I love that character, but he sucks. Like, his weaknesses are just, they're so overwhelming that he's not worth playing. Because he's a really good character. His two weaknesses make him just not worth playing. And it's the same for another character. Who's like a high tier technically, but their weaknesses make him not worth playing. Cloud's kind of like that. Technically a high tier, but his recovery just, it kills him. He's fun though. He's one of my favorite characters to play.
I still mainly play old school characters. I'll be right back. Oh, fucking Burger King's knocking on the door. Oh.
Bug flying or bug psychic?
For real? For real? Oh my god, do these Pokemon have perfect EVs or something? Like, I don't remember these Pokemon being this tough. Like, I'm 26, bro. What the fuck you mean I'm doing less than half for the super effect? Is Ember dead ass? Has to be Ember. Oh, let's go! Let's fucking go! Great, bitch. Let's fucking go. Special attack. Oh, come on, learn something. Dunsparce. What type is this Pokemon? Normal? Normal? Yeah, he's just normal, right? Okay, I don't fuck with Fedora, thanks for the prime. Here, I'm gonna fuck with you. I told him. Oh god, I don't remember that. Okay, anyway, let's go with I was afraid.
人間と妖怪の共存、夢物語などとは言わせん。でなければ我と松のあの時間差、歌方となってしまう。
Oh my god, yo, this was a wall. Bro. Don't the way, but don't get hit. Oh. Oh my god, he had a
Okay, much better. Holy.
parry. Did not get paralyzed.
乱暴な輩に睨みを利かせるのね。この姿の方が都合が良いのだね。この姿は人間も怖がらせてしまう。
Oh, he just got his ass whooped in a gym.
Hmm.
He actually is like it's funny because like these Pokemon are like OP as shit. Firing off earthquakes at level 27.
Wow.
Yeah, like all the main characters in Smash are like high tier characters though. I think except for Samus. I know Link's really good. Mario's one of the best characters. And annoying as fuck.
For me, I think it's mainly nostalgia, but I'll probably just mainly stick with the older characters.
Where were you gonna get Dorado?
好きな食べ物、
Think you went down for Dorado?
肉じゃがだな。松がよく作ってくれていたんだ。もう玉ねぎ抜き。
Come on, take it like a man. Let's fucking go. Let's fucking go. What is it? Get the Now we go with Joker. finishing up the job though.
雷神か。黒い毛並みの手入れをどうしているのか聞いてみたいところだ。松の姿でなく難しい。世の中の前へくらえ。くらえ。ガウェインとあの娘に尻尾を触られてしまった。松以外に触らせたことなどなかったというのに。
She's, ugh. I'd say she's doing okay so far, Sam. I haven't done any other vanguards in there, so don't really have anyone to compare with.
その頃を知っている。口を揃えて今の我が信じられんとほざくのよ。松の真似事をしていたらいつの間にか駒が増えていた。だがイヌチヨである我も今も昔も
Like, I really want to play this version of Pokemon.
For me, it's really hit or miss with Pokemon. Like, sure, I'm hella nostalgic, but at the same time, like,
I don't.
kind
The
of
only
a
reason I don't
bland
play
game.
Pokemon is I don't want to put the time into getting Pokemon with good EVs and or IVs, whatever they're called. I think it's IVs for the base stats. So.
Pokemon Yellow didn't have that stuff. Fucking Pikachu everything.
that a water Pokemon? Oh, that's the fire Pokemon.
Oh, this is the eight. Oh, no, 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 no. Crap, what the fuck does this shit learn?
外見がどうであろうと種族は大体匂いでわかる
The shovel
お
learn.
主は
It's gonna be toxic.
鬼我
Cat, do I smoke?
Yeah, that's all she's got. Aside from impact.
This is over. So close. Yep, it's over. Wrap sandstorm leftovers.
Whenever those come, Sam. Not real crazy about the weapons, but those mags are gonna be great for Lancelot.
Which ones?
Well, the rain knowledges.
Oh yeah. I can't wait for those. And the holy ones. Actually, no, I really want the fire ones. Fire ones and the water ones are the ones I want.
安易だったな
I can't remember if those were confirmed or not, but with the way it's going, there probably will be knowledge mags for every element.
Inuchiyo は妖もともと我に名前などなく松が名をつけてくれた犬っぽいから安易だ
You ever seen X-Men? I assume. I always think of Gambit when you attack with her because she. I didn't mean to do that. Dang.
Oh, isn't that he was in? Oh, actually, the only one I remember is fucking like Wolverine's Origins. I remember Gambit in that one. I don't know if he's in the other one. But yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Yeah, but when she attacks, cause like her attacks look like little playing cards. So she cleans with her one skill and her normal attack.
Yeah, I know what you mean. No, I only have her wand. I'd ask the Discord and Sand personally if what her best weapon was, and he just said wand.
Are the enemies in these dungeons weak to thunder? It doesn't seem like they are.
I'd say for the second one, maybe the Nepavu. I know Watake is weak to thunder. Because when I was running with
crab?
yeah, when we were running as a group, I was just using rolling thunder against them.
Yeah, I think the Tanuki's weak to water. And the fox might be weak,
Oh.
but I know that her Ogi eats through them. Eats through them both, so. But it does kill the fox a lot faster than it kills the Tanuki. Like twice as fast, for me at least. I'm only wearing 2 Thunder Mags with her though. I'm not even wearing 4. I think my one of my Windlands got good unblinking eye rolls.
If they group up, they go down real quick for me.
Yeah, that's how. Yeah. But all you gotta do is follow the fox around, because the Tanuki will come over to the fox. I wish they dropped their drop order.
Need to get a bunch of fox charms. I have so many from breaking down mags.
One more dungeon run. It'll be about 30 minutes from now I can get off. This stuff is boring to me.
Yeah.
Then I'll probably play Smash for a bit.
The main issue is like, there's no more fucking items to get that'll make a drastic improvement in your damage. Like Amaras to 105s and 105s to fuse.
I don't even like those things. Like, I don't like the knowledge mag. Like, I don't even really like the template.
Either not being able to ornament.
I mean, I understand that. I think some people make them as a trophy, but like, I just feel like knowledge mags outweigh so much stuff. And considering it seems like so many enemies are weak to wind or dark anyway. Not so much thunder, but wind or dark anyway, that it's like the element makes up for a lot.
Yeah.
I do know that the thunder, like I was using Thunder Beast during the damn chocolate event, and it felt like it murked those fucking field bosses, because it was like 1.2 to 1.8 million a tick of Thunder Beast. And there's one of the high level players that was out there using wind moves. It was that one event wind move that hits twice and it would damage cap both times, and it was me and him. And he died, and when he got back up, he was using Thunder Beast, like me. So I was like, even he must have thought that the damage I was doing to it was higher than the damage he was doing to it.
Real could be like even though that wasn't that long ago, I already forgot about that event completely.
You know the little, what are those things? They were the little chocolate earth monsters. Like Ifrit would take like, and he's strong against monsters, so he would take like 3 aerial assaults to kill one of them, and it would take 3 thunder beasts to kill one of them. And on a crit, he damaged him, but like an average hit was like 6, 7, 8 million.
Yeah.
And it took him 3 of those to kill those things. And it only took 3 thunder beasts with the mags and the horse sword.
Yeah, lightning was good in that event. Especially pure lightning moves.
I have fun when you can actually use Thunder Beast for sword.
I'm most fun I've had is when me and Oral were running around doing shit with the fucking white Brilliant Spheres in like such a long time.
Yeah, that's what I hate about this game. It's like you spend all this time, and then most of the time you don't have fun playing it. I feel like it's work doing this stuff. Drop rates are terrible. That's why I don't think I've been on here since before the last event started. After I got the ice hoagie, that from whatever event that was.
Damn. That's more or less for me too. Yeah, Blitz dropped. So I totally ignored the other event that was going on, but with the overtime I've been doing and the heat wave we're in, by the time I get off work I don't want to look at the game.
Yeah. It's not that relaxing when you want to play a game. Not to mention, do you know about the like bills and stuff going through for things like the
No.
They're trying to make it so that games like either have to get rid of those or put percent drop chances or are rated adult only if they have any kind of things like the cat, which is essentially a loot box.
Yeah, I heard about that a while ago.
And I, honest to God, wish they would put. I think it's kind of criminal they don't put the percentages, because I'd like to know. Because I got it. I think it's like 5-10% for a normal, and then the win increase rolls are either 15 and 20% for the Vanguard. But then you gotta also divide that by however many are on the damn list. Because I do get them. Like I said, I got 4 at the start of this event, rolling 4, and it was like literally 5 rolls. 5-6 rolls for Vanguard. So, possible. I also feel like you get really lucky if you haven't rolled with that. Like they're trying to bait you into like the percentage bills or something. So because they're trying to bait you into spending more money and get something. They get that dopamine high. Like,
Logical bullshit.
I just want, basically what I'm saying is I want to know the numbers that they have hidden, and I think they should have to play that. Games like this are gonna just like, they're gonna die so hard though. They have to make changes to loot boxes. It's like what's going on with Google right now too. Like these big companies are getting called out on stuff, and it's nice.
What's going on? Google.
Essentially, they were caught leaning really far to the left and like programming things like YouTube and Google search engines to not show things like Ben Shapiro or anything that was anti-SJW, pretty much. And now there's like hearings, because they, like, this person like secretly recorded a Google employee openly admitting to how they're trying to get people to not see conservative views so that they can try to manipulate elections. Which essentially is nothing more than advertising, which it works, it does. So now they're trying to take basically, you know how, you ever heard like somebody be called like a Nazi or a troll online?
Yeah.
So basically what they're trying to do is, like, Google and YouTube have immunity from things like that because it's defamation, but it's technically what they have immunity from is, since it's their platform and they're just providing it for other people, they are immune to being sued for that if somebody else, you know, does stuff like that. But since they seem to be so leaning towards one diplomatic party over the other instead of being neutral, they're trying to take it away so that if somebody goes on one of these things and they go, oh, Ben Shapiro's a Nazi, well, now they can be sued for defamation of character, because that's not true. He's Orthodox Jewish, so he's not a Nazi. And basically that kind of stuff is defamation, because they label you with that, or something like hate speech, which is a vague term, and then it gives them a reason to not advertise your content or whatever. So basically, they're trying to take those kind of rights away so that people can sue them for that. And oh my God, if you watch the hearings, because I've been watching them, and the senators asking them questions, none of them want to answer the questions. None of them want to open up the books to show like records and stuff, and it's very shady, and it's gonna end up just because of that. It's yeah. Not to mention they've also talked about how, you know, like if you have an Android cell phone or any kind of things like that, how Google is tracking them all the time, and even if you opt out of being tracked, Google still tracks you. That's another thing they're getting into. And monetizing that information to send you ads and stuff. And this happens to me a lot. Like, my Amazon and Instagram, like, all my things are on different accounts. They're not even linked. But if I look at something on Amazon, that shit pops up on Instagram as an ad for the item, literally the exact item that I was looking for. This is how much they're tracking you. And I mean, it's not always bad. A jacket that I wanted, like, I knew what I wanted, but I couldn't find it when I was searching for jackets on Amazon. I saw on Instagram later, I'm like, oh, that's kind of exactly what I'm looking for. And then I went on Amazon and found that one. So it's not, I mean, I know what they're using it for, but it's also the fact that when you have that kind of information, that's not necessarily the only thing you can do with it.
Yeah.
So they're trying to get it to where they're more open, like you have more access to the information that they're collecting and stuff like that. It's a big thing right now. So that and the loot boxes, I mean, I hate government intervention for anything, but it's like when you let people run rampant like this, you have to kind of let it happen, because you don't want government getting their hands in anything really. But the gaming companies just keep ripping you off. Got I think there was a kid that spent like it was like $3,800 on FIFA.
I think I remember that story.
Yeah, and then there was an autistic kid that didn't know he was spending his own money because his parents had him like a bank account. Or, I forget what was wrong with him. He had a mental disorder, though. And, yeah, it's like, so they're actually ripping, and it's not even just them that they're ripping off. A lot of people that rolled, like, the cat for this have addiction problems. You can't not roll it. And, that's essentially what everything is coming down to. And basically the companies are taking advantage of these people, kids and the people that can't help themselves.
Yeah.
Because I've been guilty of just one more time. Just one more time.
It's so fucking easy just to convince yourself of that bullshit.
Yeah, and I'm actively, like, I've got tons of OC on all my characters. I haven't spent money in this game in probably over a year. And I have been guilty of just one more time, but the one that pissed me off, that really makes me stop, that reminds me not to spend money on this game, is every time I think back to rolling for Oda. $300 on 3 scrolls of Oda. I'm like, that's ridiculous. And that's what I think back to every time. I'm like, should I spend some money? Because I wanted this Vanguard, but I'm like, no. If I don't get her, I don't get her. And it's like, if it ever gets to the point to where I can't keep up with the game anymore, strength-wise, then I'll just quit it again. But I definitely don't want to put more money into it as long as it doesn't rip us off.
Yeah, I don't get that.
Which would, I mean, I've proven that I can make a free character. It just, you know, Who Needs Ogies is technically, she goes back to, Ichigo. And Envia, I made her in Ichigo, but I never played on her. I think, wait, did I? I don't remember.
There's a platinum out of a ticket and a Karen. I don't need that shit.
Three more runs. 3 more.
I thought you said 3 more runs like 20 minutes ago.
It was 6. I just finished the, if I said 3, it was an accident, but I do the hard and normals on these 2 characters. And it's, I literally can't, because all 3 of my characters can just farm the dungeon on hard, or even hell, because, I don't know if Oda can take these enemies. I'm pretty sure she can, just because she's Oda. And then all my characters have a 5 scroll now, and that's all you need to get through the dungeon.
Yeah.
いつぶりだろう。
Almost all my characters are also solo. I mean, I can't claim 100% solo because I have joined parties, especially during the Yogg event. If I found somebody that I knew was an OP person running the dungeon, I would swap off my main character for one of my lesser characters so that I could get them the weapons and the mags. But I didn't. It was chance. It was like, is this person on today? You know. It wasn't like I had people in a party, you know, going in, going ham. And I never asked for carries. My main character's like that too. I really only play. I'll join a random party sometimes, but he can. Like right now, I have had no trouble farming like as far back as I can remember by myself. I would say since the second version of the Yogg event came out, he was capable of killing that boss by himself with Oda. So from there up, it's like I'll join a party if I see one, but he hasn't needed to party. I mean, he also has like every Vanguard in the game. It's just maybe one scroll of a lot of them. Oh, actually no, I still don't have Miyamoto on him. Still don't have Miyamoto.
Ouch.
And instead of taking the chance to get her this time on that legendary ticket, I rolled it for that new mount because I want that thing. Which I'm assuming is a re-scrolled Ifrit, but ice instead of fire.
Shadius has it. I don't know much about it though.
I do really want him, just because his element. Even though the mounts seem to be going to shit, like they came out and they were like amazing, and then I feel like my character does more damage than the mount sometimes. Like you try to use Ifrit in the hell version of the horse dungeon, and you'll use all his stamina before you get halfway through that damn thing, and I have to use my character to actually kill the enemies.
Yeah, the horse dungeon is fucking insane. Like every enemy in there is like boss level health. Oh, I DC'd.
I hope at some point. Well, at some point they're gonna have to buff the mounts if they want to keep them relevant, and if they don't, I'll quit the game again because Ifrit costs too much money to just become irrelevant. Actually, they level up with you. I forgot about that. They do get attack bonuses every 2 levels. Unless there's a cutoff for that.
What the fuck is this goldberry shit, yo?
Well, I suppose the last one would be 134 for now.
Yeah. You get more chakra, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause I think you can actually have all of your mags in